Okay, today I want to talk about why I left Matt Petrallia's trading equilibrium service. Let's dive in. Okay, first let's talk about what Matt's service provides. There is a live chat room with sections for Q&A. There's a separate section where Matt posts his thoughts on the stocks that he has on his watch list and the economic data and the market in general. No one else can post there. I think that's awesome because most chat rooms that I've dabbled in over the years, I find that there's too much chatter from people who shouldn't be chattering at all. And the main messages that you want to get end up being lost in the shuffle somewhere. So that section is just for Matt to talk about. No one else can post in there. I think that's a really good idea. There's also a section where you can ask questions and Matt can answer, and no one else can really chime in. And then there's a separate third area for where members can chat and throw in their 2 cents and talk about whatever they really want to talk about. Luckily, in my time in that room, most people were pretty serious, and there wasn't a whole lot of goofing off or worthless conversation or meme sharing or any of that bullshit in there. So it was good. Matt keeps a watch list of stocks that are setting up nicely, that might be providing an entry pretty soon. He does daily market recap videos and a weekly market overview, and then also a monthly webinar on varying topics, anything from trader psychology to risk management to entry and exit criteria, all of that kind of stuff. Matt makes it very clear that he does not run an alert service. This isn't the type of room where he's going to call out a trade and then expects everyone who's in the chat room to jump in that trade with him. You are to make up your own mind, make your own trades, and then use Matt's guidance as support to do that. In the daily recap video, he will provide a few stocks that he's watching closely for the next day to look for entries, but he doesn't call out those entries in real time. Again, I think this is a plus. Matt is incredibly patient answering questions, more so than I could ever be, because most of the questions that get asked have been answered elsewhere in the videos or in the webinars or in the chat somewhere else. And if you just took 2 seconds to look it up, you could find the answer on your own. Matt's great about that. He really does answer a lot of questions and in good detail as well. Okay, I wanted to give kind of a general overview of the type of trading in the room, just so that can help you decide whether that it seems like this service might be right for you or not. I'm going to give generalities here because I'm not trying to teach what Matt teaches. Okay, basically, we're going long in a trending bull market, which is a great position to have. There's occasional shorts when the market really sets up for that, but those are few and far between. It's mostly long trading in a bull market. These are swing and position trades. So if you're not comfortable holding your trades for at least a few days and possibly a few weeks, then this probably isn't the service for you. But you will learn how to trade favorable risk reward setups from daily and weekly timeframes and using very few indicators. One thing Matt talks about a lot is something he calls knowing your dance partner, which is basically getting familiar with stocks over time by watching them day after day, week after week, month after month, and just getting to know how they trade. So the question is then, why am I leaving? Basically, a few weeks ago, Matt and I got into this huge, heated argument on X, and I decided I'm going to go start my own rival trading service. Nah, I'm kidding, guys. God, starting a service sounds like a nightmare to me right now. No, for real, I got to a point where I felt like I had learned what I could learn and started to internalize most of the lessons that he talks about. Although I'm guessing, with someone like Matt who's been trading a really long time, there's probably still some wisdom in there that I haven't been exposed to yet. And maybe if I stayed in there for a little while longer, those little nuggets would come out. But for the most part, I felt like, okay, I've got a pretty good handle on what's going on here. And at some point, as a trader, you've got to kind of move on and can do your own thing anyway. So that was two of the reasons I left, where I started to realize that I was relying on Matt's recaps a little too much, either when I was like my schedule was tight or I was just feeling a little lazy. And rather than going and doing my own due diligence and looking through the charts and setting my own watch list for the next day, I'll just be like, well, what does Matt have on his watch list? And I'll just watch that, which is not a good place to be as a trader, right? I was kind of getting into that follower mindset, and I don't like that at all. I also wanted to take what I learned from Matt and kind of put my own spin on it. I think we all have to do that, right? We all have to make a trading style that fits our own schedule, our own personality, our own style, our own bankroll. All of those factors play a role in developing your own trading setup. At some point as a trader, you've got to kind of walk your own path, right? And I think it's hard to do that when you're following someone in a service like this because you just automatically are being inundated with their style and their personality on a daily basis. So it's at some point you just make the call to go out on your own. So would I recommend trading Equilibrium? Absolutely. I feel it's worth more than what he charges. I've seen some other services out there whose head traders don't have near as much experience as Matt does, and they charge much more. So it really is a steal, I think, to get access to someone like him. If you do decide to go, and this is true for any service, but if you decide to go for this one specifically, take advantage of it. Go back and watch all of the webinars. There's a whole history. There's years worth of monthly webinars. There's years worth of daily recap videos. Go watch them. Watch as many as you can and really start to internalize the lessons. There are going to be things that you hear over and over again. Those are the things that matter. That's the stuff he's trying to drive home. Ask good questions when you have them, but don't be the person who asks questions that have been answered 1,000 times. Nobody likes that guy. And then use Matt's daily videos and weekly videos to affirm your own analysis once you start being comfortable enough to do that. I'm going to throw some links in the description. None of these are affiliate links. I don't get compensated in any way for saying nice things about Matt Petrallia and his trading equilibrium service. He has been on a few episodes of the Trader Lion podcast, so you can check those out and see if you kind of like his vibe and you feel like he might be a person that you want to learn from. So I hope you enjoyed this quick review of Matt Petrallia's Trading Equilibrium service, and we'll see you in the next video. First, I want to talk about. Okay, first, what me. I love you, but sometimes you're so annoying because you're so clueless. Fuck it, I'm done.